Whoops. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Clumsy Flying. Well, Clumsy Flying. The intro was a bit confused there. I'm not sure how it sounded, but it looked really bad. How's everyone doing? Yeah, that was a fail. Good evening, everybody. Let me have a look at who we have in chat. One sec. Thank you for joining. Let's turn on the music, a little bit of funky feels. Because for some reason... There we go. I'm hoping my sounds are working. How can I test that? Well, we'll see in a bit. Use your iPad. For what? So, one sec. Let me go to display capture. There you go. Alright, thank you for joining, everybody. Let me have a look who we have on the stream. Thank you for joining, Tom. Welcome. Hey, Jay. How are you? Kenshaw, thanks for making it. A bit late there, huh? 1 a.m. Wow. Thank you for making it. We have Yar. How are you doing, Jack? Have you been hunting? I saw you were streaming a different game a while ago. Hey, Chi, long time no see, man. How are you feeling? How are you doing? When's the Ryzen coming? And I think we have everybody. And Alex, of course. Hey, Alex. Sorry, almost missed the. Thank you for joining, everybody. 28:08. What kind of time is that? So we are flying a completely different plane today. I finally was able to buy the Airbus A319 by Toliss. It costs an arm and a leg, but I think it's going to be worth it. Yeah, I tried it a couple of times. It's very interesting flying from a totally different perspective. Instead of the Boeing philosophies, we are going to fly with Airbus systems today, and they are quite significant in terms of difference. What the heck is that guy doing? Look at them piling up there. Oh, you guys are in for a ride. I think they are a bit... they might be waiting for us, actually. Yeah, I think they are not moving forward because the taxiway is that way, and then they're going to hit us. Like, just how they hit that plane. To check my sounds. No, it's the in-game sounds that I'm worried about because I'm not hearing anything yet. Let's see. Let's go inside and check if there's something. It is working. Okay, the clicking. Yeah, you should be hearing that. Good. Alright. We are a go. Flies across the room. What? Alright. So we are flying from, as you might have guessed, Philippine Airlines. We are flying from Manila. And this time we are going to Hong Kong. Still in Asia. I also bought the... XATC chatter, so we have some very nice chatter going on in the background, some Filipino pilot voices I'm hearing when I tested it out, so that's going to be very appropriate for where we are. And I'm getting a bit OCD here. Can we move forward a bit, maybe make a bit of room for our guys here? Wait a minute, let me see if we can do that. I think we can drag ourselves forward a bit, just scooch over, just so we make room for these guys. I think. Yeah, that way. There you go, they're moving now. Scooch forward and hug that. What do you call this? Jetway. Jetway, right? Oh goodness, it still doesn't work. I think we'll have to change position. Let's pick a different gate so they won't get stuck. I'll get back to chat in one bit. Let's go there instead, S10. Okay, Jadar! What? What did I do? What did I do this time? There we are. And there they are. Okay, now they're free. Perfect. Quietest planes ever. Oh, look at that sky. Just perfect sunrise as we fly later. Hey, Captain! Jet bridge, jet bridge! There you go. I always forget. I can never remember that one. That's how baby planes are born. We see a lot of those this time, huh? Ooh, look at the Philippine flag there. Just waving across. Is that how strong the winds are? I'm a bit scared with that. Not saying anything about the Jadar. Is that the new U? No more Jadar? Oh, look at this asset right here. That's actually pretty cool. It even has the stairs and everything. And ground crew. What plane is that, guys? That looks humongous. Wow. Cool. He will just shout Jadar and you'll leave it up to us. Look at this! They're still not done. They're still going our way. I think we'll still have to move. Where the heck are they headed? Okay, let's find a different gate. And if we go there, they'll probably just stay that way. Okay, let's stay here instead. This is normally for domestic, I think, but who will be checking? Let's stay there. Yeah, it's a Philippine Airlines. And this time we're a bit more accurate because if you remember, we flew with the Philippine Airlines livery before. Why is it a bit off center? So we flew Philippine Airlines before in a 737, but in reality they don't really have a 737. And I have to correct myself if I said something wrong. Philippine Airlines has Boeing in its fleet, but not the 737. I think they have the 777. And my couple friends who are both pilots, I think one of them for sure is an Airbus pilot. The other is a Boeing pilot, and I think they both fly for Philippine Airlines for PAL. Look at that. It's actually closing on its own. Why? I wonder who parked this last. Very bad parking. Yeah, I think so. 777-300. I'm not really sure about the details. I just took a look at the site and saw that they indeed have Boeing in their fleet. So just not the 737 though. But this time we are pretty close. I'm not sure if they exactly have an A319, but I think they have an A320, and that's super close. It's so close that in FS economy you can actually interchange one for the other, and that's what we're actually going to do. So if I open a window, nice, a fellow Filipino. That's perfect, man. Glad you made it. So if I go here and look at the flight, we actually have that one. 619 nautical miles from Ninoy Aquino International Airport to Hong Kong. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's a bit hard to pronounce the name of the... Let's just call it Hong Kong International. Yeah. Victor Hotel. Right, so let's plan the flight. And then let us see how we work with this. Because the plane I'm not really familiar with. It's going to take some getting used to, but there is a manual, and the Toliss guys, the makers of this plane, of this mod, they are very thorough when it comes to tutorials and guides and manuals. Super thorough. Love it. It's perfect for a beginner like me in Airbuses. This is my first Airbus, and I need to learn about the different systems. And you can really distinguish the difference between how it works versus a Boeing, with the 737. And it's just a very nice feeling to get that difference, yeah, to know and to fly an actual different plane. It's a totally different experience. Passengers 131, and I was forced to buy it a bit earlier because there was the 4th of July sales, and I'm not sure when that will happen again. So went in and bought the plane. because from the price history, it seems like this plane was never on discount before, but it has now. So perfect time to get in. That looks pretty good. So this is where we're coming from, in the Philippines, and Manila, flying northwest to Hong Kong, crossing the, how do you call this, West Philippine Sea, let's call it that way. That might be up for debate, but I'm the one flying, so I get to call it. Alright, let's go with that. Generate OFP. We have the same time zone. That's true. Oh yeah, that would be great if you can help me with the processes. By the way, how's everyone doing, guys? Have you guys been trucking? Have you been playing different games? Let me know. Personally, I'm super excited to try the new truck that Alex has been sharing. Was it the K100E? That looks so good. Okay, block fuel is 8595. Let's go to the fuel conversion. 8595 kilos translates into 2828 US gallons in the Jet A type fuel. So let's go with 2829 to be on the safe side. Let's refuel this. And yeah, I need the gallons mainly for FS economy because it only has that as unit of measure. So 2829, there we go, that's set. That is all good. So now we should be able to go back. Let me actually save this as well. Save this to charts. And maybe delete the old ones, because I think I deleted the wrong one. Let's delete both and save that here so we can display that. Good. Alright, I think we are good there. Hey Calvin, welcome, welcome. Glad you made it. How are you? As many games. Yeah, I'm the game collector, right? FSC interface, not like you. You don't buy any games at all. You just stick with one game. Right, start the flight. There we go. 2829 gallons of fuel on board. And we will double check that against the flight plan. Right, so Toliss has this, they call it ISCS, Interactive Simulation Control System. The control panel basically, where you can do several different things. Change some basic settings, load position, so you can actually, in this plane, they modeled it in such a way that you can actually save your situation. And you can load the exact stuff, the exact area, and the exact status of all the switches, so you can basically save your plane, save your flight, and load it at a later time. It's amazing. I've never seen that implemented fully in any other plane before, and that takes a lot of programming and detailing. Alright, I think we are good there. I was looking for the aircraft config because I wanted to compare if it was consistent with the flight plan we have. Go refresh. There you go. Alright, let's see. Zero fuel weight is 55615. Zero fuel weight here is 55929. That's actually pretty close, but we can make it a bit more. So if we have passengers are 131, so let's increase that. There we go. And zero fuel weight is 55929. Yeah, that's almost the same. Let's just add a few more bags here for in the cargo. 55929, that's close enough. 55927. Apply. And then the block fuel is 8720 kilos. What we are planning was actually 8595. It's a bit different, but shouldn't be that bad. Shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, we can take care of that. Alright, so even the takeoff performance, the takeoff calculation is included in the mod in this plane. So you don't need a third-party software to do that, which is super cool. One more thing, what I mentioned was the manual. We can actually get the manual in here. Where was that? Explain 11 aircraft downloads Toliss manuals tutorial, and this is what we'll be going through today. So we will go through it together, even though I went through it already. I want to also show you, because this highlights the attention to detail by the developers and how good they've modeled it. It might be a bit small though in terms of font, so I'll just read it and hopefully it's enough. Let me know if you want to zoom in or something, okay? No worries, Jay. Chat away. Toliss guys are so good at making planes. Yeah, it seems that like it's gone a long way, and they're super active in the forums as well. So they look to be very responsive. It's a very good sign. Yeah. Hey Nick, glad you made it, man. How have you been doing? What have you been up to these days? All right, so let's see. So it's basically like going through the checklist, but in a more thorough manner, explaining the different aspects of it. So we can actually do that, and I can set it up this way. So the AV tab is embedded in this plane. You can choose to remove it using the options from here. Audio-visual settings, you can disable AV tab if you're not a fan of it, but I personally like it. So a couple of checks here for cold and dark. It says, and actually let me just open it this way. Both engine master switches are off, so that is an off, those two engines. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer them because I'm a noob as well, but maybe I can help or point you to the right direction at least. Landing gear lever is down. That's the one. It's a bit dark. Battery voltage on the overhead panel are at least above 25.5 volts. They are 28 both. I think that's the max capacity. And now we can turn them on. So turning them on is requires 2 steps. That's 1, opening bat 1, and that's 2, opening battery 2. And now we have a little bit of light in the cab. Yeah, just a little, very subtle. Also, just to note, this is not the default, the base Toliss A319. I also downloaded a mod which improves the textures, because the textures were a bit more on the basic side before. This plugin, this mod, improves the textures, including the, I think they call it the MCDU, this one, MCDU, the textures, even the 2D panel like that, super high res. So go and check it out. It's in the mods list, !point mods. Just go to the explain tab, you should get it. Alright, thanks. Thanks, Captain. Hope this flight has good food. Well, Jack has to take care of the food. We'll have to go to him for that. Alright, batteries are on. Ooh, it's going to be a lot. Set the dome light level as required. So we can go to the overhead panel like this. That will make it a bit easier on the angle. Dome light should be somewhere here. Interior light. That's the one. Bright. So we see a bit more. Okay, good. Ensure parking brake is on. It should be. Let's have a look. Parking brake is on. Yeah, if it's that way, it's on. If it's 90 degrees different, then it is off. Brake accumulator pressure halfway between 0 and the green mark. That's this one. 0 and the green mark. Yeah, it's somewhere in between. And then the left and right brakes are about 2000 psi, exactly 2000 psi. Good. All right. And then now we enable the external power. So this is similar to the GPU, the ground power unit. in the Boeing, in the 737. So we have to make sure that external power is available, and we will see that reflected in here. And then we click it. And now we have power from outside. Beautiful. "96 pages. Yeah. Yeah, we might not be able to finish the flight. No, we'll try. We might have to fast forward though. 96 pages. Hopefully we won't need to go through all of them. Right? But I can go faster after a few pages because I just want to highlight the beauty, the detailed manual. Like if you don't know anything about the Airbus, don't know anything how to fly it, reading this tutorial gets you where you need to be. And this includes everything: the exact flight, the exact weather, the exact knobs that you have to adjust. So it's super detailed. It's the most detailed tutorial I've ever seen. So props to them for that one. 40-second self-test image. We might have missed it already. And yeah, so initially when we opened external power, all of these panels did not show anything. They show self-test, and that is going to last for 40 seconds. And then we can adjust the brightness through here per panel. I'm not sure if there's a way to save that brightness because it's a bit of a hassle needing to do this every time. But I'm guessing there should be. I'm just not familiar what it is. Let me do that on the eCam. I think that's the errors. I forgot. Also, that's one thing. Aside from the different philosophies that Airbus has, they definitely have different acronyms. And because I'm more familiar with the 737, I have no clue what any of these means. Wow, perfect tune. Time to sleep, guys. Lullaby. Even the stuff here. There. Now we can see something, right? It goes to sleep, exactly. The Russian kind. Russian tequila. Yeah, tequila they say. No, it's just water. Flaps are retracted. Spoiler lever retracted and not armed. Okay, so are you guys okay with that level already? I'll just go through the checklist now, because there is another checklist that I downloaded, like this one, which helps me go through stuff a bit faster. So this basically summarizes what's in the tutorial, and there are some differences, but mostly it should be dependable. Let me turn that on. That should be good, I think. Alright, let's change the music. Actually, maybe no music would be better. What do you guys prefer? Maybe a bit of music, huh? It's a bit too quiet. And maybe when we start pushing back, we turn it off. Your tunes! No more sleeping for you now. No music. You don't like music. I'm fine either way. Now the thing is, the checklist won't appear anymore because I hit it and it's doesn't like me anymore. There we go. No, it's not. There we go. Alright. Play your music. Do you have it in MP3 version already? I'd love to have them. Music is soothing. Okay, let's keep the music on, just to add a bit of flair in there. Alright, so I'll just go through the different stuff a bit quicker, not as fast because I'm still new at this, but we will try. Annunciator, testing the lights. Everything looks good, everything is lit up, so that part is pretty consistent, pretty much similar with what the 737 has. Yeah, so you test out if the lights are working, so you're sure if something is really just not lighting up or if the bulb is broken. And then we enable the, I think they call it the ADIRS, but it's basically the IRS. I'm not sure what the AD means, but it's the same concept. So we put this in STS, that in 1. We enable 1 IRS at a time. There are 3 of them. In the 737 there are 2. And we wait for that battery sign to go off, because that makes sure that the IRS is connected to the batteries in case power is lost. So that doesn't get disconnected. That still is enabled. So that will require a bit of time. I think, I don't know, 7 or 11 minutes to align. And that will work on its own in parallel as we prepare the other stuff. Alright. Other things, the strobes are in auto. Nav and logo lights are on. So the nav and logo lights, there are 1 and 2 here. I've been watching some videos. It's quite interesting. This is basically just a redundancy. Doesn't matter if you use 1 or 2, but they basically alternate between those. Like if I show you that one, I wonder if it's modeled through here. Like the starboard and port, the green and red lights, there are 2 sets of them. So if you have 1, it will use the, for example, the left side. If you press 2, enable 2, then it will enable the other bulb, and that's basically a redundancy. So in case one of them doesn't work, you can have a backup. Yeah, I think it works. Yeah, the other one was that way. Let's keep it 1. Let's see. It seems like it. Okay, let's trust it. Good. Seat belts and no smoking sign. Emergency exit lights armed, so that's all of those are basically the same, just different looks. This is something that's different. Landing elevation is just left at auto, and this is something that we will notice all throughout the systems. The Airbus seems to be more automated in almost all aspects. Now I'm not sure if I'm comparing this apples to apples, like 737 versus A319, if they're the same generation, what I've flown in X-Plane so far, but just based on those exact models, the automation is completely on a different level. This Airbus is almost fully automated in comparison, and that can be both a good and bad thing depending on what you're looking for. Sure thing, Captain. Rohan is streaming. I see trucking. Landing elevation is in auto. That's auto. Pack flow as required. So this is the air conditioning. What's the temperature outside? 30 degrees. Goodness. Okay, let's put that at high. Fuel pumps. We can turn on all 6 fuel pumps now. And then let me have a look at the tanks. These displays I really like. Oh, and you can actually see IRS in alignment, 7 minutes. And this gives a lot of info for you. This even serves like a checklist at times. So let's go and double check the fuel. Fuel we have on the wings. Yeah, nothing on the center. I think that looks good. It's 720 kilos of fuel. Alright. The ECAM. Do you know what it means? I think errors and caution. I can't remember. You let me know. And then the fire test also exists in this plane. A bit different sounding though. Cover your ears. Something like that. For engine 1 and for engine 2. Right? And then radio panels we can now turn on. And as we enable this, we'll start hearing the chatter as well. And maybe I can already turn off the music because there will be chatter already. So it will sound very realistic, supposedly. Turn on the radio and turn off the music. Connect. Work with me. There we go. Let's see. Actually, let me show you what I am looking at here. That's what I'm looking at. The Pilot to ATC software, which would give us air traffic control coverage wherever we go, and it also has visibility on the AI planes we have. Super cool. Alright, so we look at the frequencies. We tune into clearance delivery 125.10. Switch that, and yeah, the frequencies work very well. I've heard a comment. I've seen a comment in YouTube that warns me about the Airbus A319 and the Pilot to ATC. It seems like it's working fine, so I don't know. Something seems to be wrong here though. The connection seems to... There should be like a grammar successfully loaded, but...
Ready to copy, 36024. 6024 cleared Kauai and via Cabanatuan with C1.
That's a Filipino.
110,000 feet, vector Cabanatuan, clock 4024. 36024 is cleared Cabanatuan.
Cabanatuan.
Radar vectors Cabanatuan 3000 initially, and squawk code 4024. 024 after Cabanatuan with C1 for Kauai.
In case of an emergency, the ECAM will automatically display the checklist. Yeah, so do you guys notice the similar accent? Yeah, Captain definitely noticed. So I'm not sure if this will work. Let me test it out. Radio check. Yeah, it might not recognize my voice. Clumsy 168 radio check. Delivery, good morning. Yeah, it's not recognizing my voice because it didn't load the grammar. I'll have to reload it. Let's see, hopefully that works the second time around. And sometimes it does that, and I'm not sure why. Like, it doesn't finish loading completely. Alright, well, that's loading up. Let me continue with the startup. And I think it's the time for the McDo. Okay, check. Engine type is CFM. I'm not really familiar, but it seems like the Airbus is capable of having different engines. The A319 can have different engines. Jay probably knows more about that than I do. But this, in particular, the Philippine Airlines plane has a CFM engine. Because there are... I forgot. Starts with an I. Don't ask me about the details. I'm very bad at it. Okay. Let's go and model... That one, database validity, yeah, that's updated with Navigraph. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's go to the init page. And this you will see some of the similarities in terms of what we model in. But also, it's a bit different in a way. So it's quite interesting to see those differences. And there's a pop-up here, which is very useful. Because what I can do is I can type. I don't need to press each of the buttons, and that will make it a bit faster. Yeah, so Whiskey Sierra. No. We're not coming from Singapore this time. No, we are in Manila. Romy Papa Lima. No. Papa Lima to Victor Hotel. How many times can you say it? Put that there. Flight number is Clumsy 168. Let me actually go with this for now, because I think at this point, with where my fingers are, I think it's easier to click through this. Yeah, you can actually load your flight plan. I don't trust it though. I don't know why. Maybe it's my experience with the Boeing, but whenever I tried to load it in the 737, it didn't work perfectly, so I had a very bad impression about loading flight plans. So I would rather paste it. Alright, there you go. Alternate airport, it says I saw that. Where was it? There. Zulu Golf Kilo Lima. I'm not sure where that is, to be honest. Does anyone know? There you go. How is Pilot to ATC? Let's connect it. There we go. Those are the three things that we want to look at. Simulator connected, recognition engine installed, and grammars loaded. That's the one. Perfect. Alright, so let's go and tune in. Enable the traffic. Zoom in and see where they are. There they are. And let's go and tune into clearance delivery, so we can get a bit of chatter on the way. Why doesn't that work? Should it be different now? Okay, that works. Alright, let's wait for the chatter. Yes, I will click the align IRS. 1 second. I will just need to set up pilot to ATC and we'll go back to it. Because I need to schedule.
The 997 is cleared to Tumbler via Verde Alpha.
Still Filipino.
3 Bravo 472 Whiskey 19er heading 110 feet initially.
Flight plan import.
Verde Squawk 4054.
Papa Lima Lima. Going to Victor Hotel.
Whiskey 19er heading 110. Climb 3000 initially. Vector Verde Squawk 4054 to the 997.
Alright, and that's flight level 360.
Thank you.
Ground speed will be 451 knots. That looks good. And a top of descent should be, let's have a look. Top of descent would be 105 miles before destination, and that's almost the same here. Yeah, we can take that. Let's go 17.
Heading 1103,000 initially. Secretary Vector Verde Squawk 4035.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, validate. Hey, blah. Now that is Filipino. See? Nice, right? Sounds so familiar. Love it. And I can understand them perfectly. Right, and then let's file it. Also, the tutorial mentioned something about manually adjusting the coordinates, and I'm not sure if that's just a redundancy, but let's see how that works. They like going to Cabanatuan, huh? So what they said here, IRS align 0 minutes. Is it aligned already? No, we should see GPS primary if it's aligned. So maybe it's coming soon. So it says here that I should go to data, AC status, no, data and GPS monitor, and compare the GPS position here and adjust it manually. So it says 1431.1 north. Is that north? So I adjust that as well, like so. And then the longitude as well, 121.0. Yes, that's the same. And that when that's aligned, that's when I press align IRS. And now it says GPS primary. That's what it says in the manual. If you know something different, let me know. This looks complicated. Indeed. Stay with me here. Looks harder than Dark Souls because it's not a game, it's a sim. That's what the sim people will tell you. They're very I think they get offended if you call a flight sim a game. For me, I don't mind, but yeah, some people do. Alright, let's continue. Flight number, cost index. GeForce Dream Driver is available. Should we install it now? No way. Current position coordinates, align IRS. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go to the flight plan. Flight plan, departure route. We are departing from runway 24. And look at the different format here. I like this format more. It's more sequential. It's clearer. versus the FMC from the 737. And we are flying the Cabanatuan 1 Bravo, maybe, if that's cab. We have quite a different one here in sim brief, but in pilot to ATC it's different, so I'll follow pilot to ATC. Cabanatuan 1 Bravo, no transition, and then insert that. Hey Ubernator, what is this Aviator's tablet? Avitab. It's a plugin that's super handy, has a lot of different features. You can load PDFs, you can synchronize it with Navigraph, and all other bells and whistles, and it's integrated with some of the planes. So like this one, you see that Avitab there. In my opinion, it's a must-have. Right, so once we've loaded the SID, we see a lot of different waypoints in here. So it ends in cab, I guess that's Cabanatuan. From here, we set the airway. So airway joining Alpha 461 to Noman. We are in Japan now, if you hear the voice. See, konnichiwa. Victor 531 to Betty. And from there we return, and that should have come up with all these different things. So Cabanatuan 1 Bravo, Alpha 461 airway, and Victor 531, all the different waypoints, and ends in Betty. Perfect. And now we click on the arriving airport. Click on arrival. We say 25 right. Is that consistent with what we have? Actually, 25 left is what Pilot to ATC has for us. Betty 2 Bravo. Betty 2 Bravo, yeah, that's consistent. Via Tango Delta 2. Magandang hapon. That's good afternoon. That's super cool. No transition. And insert. Good. Alright. That looks good. And then you see there's even the alternate flight plan here. So from Hong Kong to wherever this is. But I'm not sure if there's a flight plan for it in SimBrief. If there is, let me know, okay? I think I just leave that as is. Hey, busman. Welcome to the stream. You're offended. All people do get offended if you call this a game. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. The only flying you've done was in Flight Simulator, MS Flight Simulator. Small Cessna flew around wherever. That's still something, right? And maybe next year you'll get back to it once the new MS Flight Simulator comes in. Good, good. Arrival route, we are good there. Climb speed, descent speed, I don't think that's set yet. I think next we go and check the cruise winds. Now, how do you do that again? Okay, so how we do this, we go back to the beginning of the flight plan. I think we can just scroll through here. It cycles. We click on the right side of any part of the climb, like this one. And then we say wind data, and then we put in the wind data. So this is where the stuff from SimBrief works. We can actually click on wind request as well, but it doesn't work because I have Active Sky XP, so it doesn't detect the entire globe, because Active Sky is mainly getting weather for your specific area. And thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Let me know if, well, feel free to say hi in chat so we can greet you, give you a proper welcome. Did I miss anybody? No, I think I mentioned everybody. Thank you for joining, Ubernator and Busman. Was only kidding. Yeah, for me personally, I'm fine with it. If people call it a game, that's okay. But yes, just be wary that some people are a bit hard on that. And this is where this comes in handy, because you're going to type in a lot of stuff, and I cannot use win request to automate this step. So it's 090. What? No. Click that. 9. Come on. 9.
Unable to find UID 9.
Now that's a bit troublesome. There we go, now it works. Okay. Now it doesn't work again. Oh, maybe this doesn't work if it's like that. Okay. So what we need to do is keep that off and then use this one. Yeah, combination. There you go. So 09. Where the heck did it go? There we go. 90.
Verify frequency 12175.
50. 350. And it's nice, but it's very time consuming. And at some point, you get a bit weirded out with this. Why is it weirding out on me? It's so strange.
431, this airport is a fail, so clear up to
Yeah.
voice by the
Wait a minute, I'm weirded out by something. It's not working for some reason. 86 36 310, and this will help to give us a more accurate climb estimates, well, and all the other stuff. 200, so 91 at 8 knots at flight level 200, 188, 3 knots, 150, 261, 8, 100. And I think that should be enough. Well, we need to climb as well. Cruise wind should be pretty. Flight level 360, it says 8733. 8733. Yeah, I think that's enough. 733. There we go. Okay. I'm with you. Hey, Johnny. July. No accurate date yet. That's the best we got. And then we check the flight plan on the ND. So we can do that. We can go to flight plan here, and then we can go to plan mode, similar with what we do with the 737. That works as well. And then we can scroll up and just see that it's working. And we are going northwest, so that's good. Can increase the range here. That looks pretty good. Mango, Tango Delta, intercept. Yeah, and that's runway 25L. Looks good. Perfect. Okay, good. That looks fine. Let's proceed. Init B page. Init, and then we can move to the next page. Whew. Alright, let's do this. Zero fuel weight is 55.9. Actually, we need the CG as well. Center of gravity is 28.9. So I'm getting from here slash 55.9 tons. Put that there. Block fuel is 8.7. Getting that from here. And now we have info on the different time. Trip time. Look at the trip time, 3.7 hours. So yeah, looks like we won't be doing that. We'll need to fast forward a bit. It's 2021. In a few weeks. That makes sense. We only have a few weeks left in July. Good. Perf page. Okay, this is where this comes handy. So this is the takeoff calculation. And if we go and say we are taking runway 24, and we are, and so it detects already that we're taking runway 24 because that's what we programmed in the MACD. And then here we just select the flap setting. I think usually they pick one here. And then from here we get already the V speeds, V1, VR, and V2 speeds. So we just put those there. Very handy. There you go. And then the flex temp. Flex temp is like the selected temperature in the 737. So this just like lowers the thrust of your engine, so you don't stress it too much. Reduces the wear and tear, and reduces the likelihood of the engine giving out. Flaps would be 1. And then THS is, I forgot what the T is, but HS is horizontal stabilizer. And it's up 0.0. There you go. Perfect. Radio frequency is set. Now we can obtain our clearance. I'll have to start talking with air traffic control now. Yeah, that's true. It's ready when it's ready, right? Hey Da, thanks for joining. How are you? Delivery, Clumsy 168, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel. Climb via the cab 1B departure, with the cab transition, then as filed. Expect departure runway 24. Climb to flight level 130 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 8 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.9 squawk 5111.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel. Climb via the cab 1 Bravo departure with the cab transition, then as filed. Climb to flight level 130 via the departure. Expect higher clearances 8 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.9 squawk 5111.
Feedback incorrect. Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel.
Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel.
Feedback incorrect. Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel 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 squawk 5111.
Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel 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 squawk 5111.
Feedback incorrect. Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel
It's
Hotel.
not recognizing the last hotel I'm saying. Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel 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 squawk 5111.
Feedback incorrect. Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel.
Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel 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 squawk 5111.
Feedback incorrect. Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel.
Clumsy 168 cleared to Victor Hotel 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 squawk 5111.
Clumsy 168 reads back correct.
Finally.
Altimeter 29085, contact ground on 121.35 when ready for pushback. Enjoy.
Altimeter 29085 ground on 121.35, Clumsy 168. Raging. 29085, let's set that up here. Ground on 121.35, let's set that up here.
Delivery, good morning, Vietnam 301, ready. Good morning, Vietnam 301.
Let's switch to ground. You have problems even with AIATC. Is my accent that strong? Goodness. I thought I was in the Philippines. Alright. Cabanatuan 1 Bravo departure. Climb flight level 130 via the departure. Okay, so let's adjust that. 130, that's the one. Squawk 5111. Right, let's set that up. 5111. 5111. Yes. Okay. Scottish accent, I can imagine. Right, altimeter set. Flight directors.
Unable to find UID 7.
So, the cool thing here, the difference I noticed with the 737, you don't actually set the speed in the heading. So you see they're blank, and that's actually because it's pretty automatic. Because you already set the V speeds in the MCDU, it's able to detect that, so it's going to follow that. You don't need to manually put in the V2 speed like in the Boeing, in the 737. The heading as well, because you already put in the runway, it knows what runway heading you need to be at. So quite automatic and quite intuitive. I like it. Very interesting process there. Flight directors are on. LS is off. What does LS mean? Landing scale. Yeah, landing scale. We mean that when we're on approach. Navigation mode set. Clock check. Okay. Then we set the squawk here. The ATC. TCAS. Turn that on. And I think I have to switch transponder to transponder mode, not standby. There you go. And now we can start the APU. So if we click here, that's the APU master. We have to wait a little and look at the APU here. When it says valve open, that's when we can start the APU. And let's see if there's something that changes here. I don't notice anything. I was thinking something like a flap would open somewhere here, like in the 737. Maybe it's a bit different. Or maybe that's just when we open yeah, that says flap open here. So that means it's safe to now start the APU, like so. So from here we will see that the EGT is climbing, similar to how we do it when we start the APU on the 737, so similar concept. And when N percentage goes to 100, I think, something along those lines, an APU generator will turn on, it will be enabled. And what's interesting as well, this is when another one of those automations come into play. The automations are well, the generator, the APU gen enables automatically. You don't have to switch it on. Same when you start the engines, the generator switches automatically. You don't have to manually change the bus. There you go, avail. Oh, I think in the APU you have to do that, but in the engine you don't. One sec, let me try. No, I don't think you need to anymore. Yeah, I think that switched already. So if you look at the APU, that should be it. Yeah, there's a voltage there now. There. Let's see. Let me consult the checklist to be sure. Maybe I missed something. Do I have to start it? No, I don't think so. I think that's automatic. Okay, so let's see if this works. If I turn off the external power, yeah, everything is still intact. So it's switched. It's using the APU power now. There you go. There's a percentage on the generator now. So we are using APU power. Good. That's not too embarrassing. And now we can disconnect the exterior power in here. External power. And we can turn on APU bleed. Over there. You can hear the air conditioning starting now. And we can look here. I really like these displays. It shows so much information. There. So nice. Even the doors say something. Okay. Good. Doors are closed. Yes. Let's go with the pushback. Now this doesn't have better, this is working with better pushback, but it doesn't have the tablet integration like 737, but that's fine. We can work with that. So we just have to access it through here. Let me just check though, how do we even go to the runway? May papalima-lima. My Navigav subscription has finished. Come on, come on. Let me move this here to be on the safe side. Because every 30 days the synchronization is removed, so you are forced to log in every 30 days, and it's mainly for security purposes. And yeah, we just hit 30 days as we stream today, so let's hope that works. Puts pen and paper away. There we go, logging in. Perfect. Took a bit of time, but now it's working. Good. I was about to clip it. Alright, so let's go to that one. There we go. Now that the button is available again. So let's have a look at the airport. 10-9 would be the airport. We are right here in Terminal 3. Actually, this is not domestic. This is Terminal 3. Yeah, this is... yeah, that's why we see Cebu Pacific planes here. Because Terminal 3 is mostly Cebu Pacific. Alright. So pushback facing to the right. Makes sense. So pre-plan the pushback. We do that like so. That is actually pretty good. Let's go with that.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
And then let us start the pushback. Let's wait for the tug.
Your tow's coming.
Good. I think I can start track IR now. There's the tug. Let's enable the beacon lights, which are called anti-collision lights in the 737. Basically same thing. That blinking red light there, which signals that the plane is about to move. Okie dokes. Now it's a waiting game. And I think at some point they start the timer. I think when they start to taxi, they start the timer here, and then there's another chrono timer in here. So there are like two timers.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
So what is your impression on the Airbus so far? The differences. I kind of like it. It's a very different feel. Gives you a lot of wiggle room. Doesn't feel the same at all with flying the 737. Now to be fair, I'm not sure how the other Boeing planes fly, but 737 versus this one, very different planes. And of course the stick itself is different. No yoke anymore in the middle. It's only in that side, and it's not very realistic because I only have the yoke, but I'll take it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, 5 past 10's inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright, good. We'll need to get clearance again though. Ground Clumsy 168. Request pushback and engine start.
Clumsy 168 pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. Clumsy 168. Perfect. Now they understood me. Let's release the parking brake.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
You like both planes for different reasons. You don't really have preferences in planes. In terms of maintenance, or if from an engineering point of view, is one more painful than the other? Look, what the heck is that guy doing? Dancing all over the place. Alright, let's leave him be. Okay, so how you start engines here is a bit simpler as well. You put the position to start here, and then we turn on engine 2. You hear the air conditioning automatically turns off. Even the packs, the air conditioning packs turn off automatically. They do that right? Yes, you can see the N2 climbing now. So that's all automatic. You don't have to switch off packs before you start the engines, and you don't have to enable, you don't have to turn on the engine generator manually. Like you see here currently, there's a fault that's lighting up. Once we go and let that climb, that will automatically enable, and that fault light should come out. That's the idea. Yeah, let's wait for it. And the electricity will flicker for a bit. There you go. You hear that? I think I have to disable this one as well. Or maybe not. Yeah, let's leave that off. Because it says so in the checklist, but I didn't see it in the manual. So I'm not really sure if you need to do that. Let's leave it on. Just so that wouldn't have any errors there. Okay. So you see, engine 2 doesn't have generator 2 doesn't have that fault anymore. So it started already. Let's do the same for engine 1. It's actually nice. And you can hear the humming of the engine now. N2 is climbing. You don't even need to, you know that in 737 you introduce fuel from cutoff to idle.
Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Here you don't need to do that. It's automatic as well.
And we're disconnecting.
Yeah,
so
engine 1 is starting right there. This is a fly-by-wire system compared to others. One of the first to be implemented in a commercial plane. Flew the A320 a lot in FSX. I don't like it. It's Jax, I don't like it. You see, there you go. You see that flickering? That's, I guess, the switch from APU to engine generator. And now the air conditioning the air conditioning packs are enabled again automatically. You can even see that in the cab here. Let me see. Where is it? Flight control. There should be later something which shows the temperature in the cabin.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Thank you. Alright, and then we will request taxi in a bit. Fly-by-wire means everything is computerized, right? Like, because in the 737, the flight controls are directly connected to like the ailerons, the stabilizers. There's the bypass pin. And if you look here, there is no error anymore because a while ago when he removed it, the bypass was there, the nose wheel steering bypass, it says there. But now there is no error. Perfect. Alright, tow truck is dismissed, parking brake is enabled. Engine is started. Engine selector, we have to go turn back to normal, like so. And then we can turn off APU bleed. We arm the ground spoilers there, so we see that white strip, that means the spoilers are armed. And we set flaps to take off. And this is cool, look at this. When I set flaps to 1, you'll see the flaps diagram here moving. So let me set that and zoom in here. See that? You see the flaps and the slats. Flaps here, and then slats moving now. And then you see that actually moving here as well. That's super cool. Rudder trim 0, pitch trim, takeoff setting. Now it says the takeoff trim we have should be 0. Yeah, so this should be 0. I think that's good, if I'm reading that correctly. And then we can turn off the APU master somewhere there. Right? So actually that start shouldn't be there anymore. Technical names for left and right. You tell us, you're the engineer. But which left and right are you talking about? Rip. Okay, good. And then we set the nose light to taxi. Oh, look at that. Somebody's taking off. Beautiful. Air Asia. That may be going to Kuala Lumpur. I know we have Air Asia flights from Manila to Kuala Lumpur, but not directly to Singapore. Looking really good. Alright, let me check the flight controls as well. You can see it here. It's pretty cool. So because this is fly-by-wire, as Jay says, you can actually see the controls there. The rudder is what I'm changing. You can see them moving there, right? And if I move the ailerons, they're moving left and right. And then if I adjust the pitch stabilizer, that's adjusting as well. Super cool, right? Super cool. Twitch being twitchy for you. Hope it's okay for others. Alright, let us request taxi. Ground Clumsy 168 ready to taxi.
Clumsy 168 taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Golf 13, Delta 3, Delta 4, Charlie 2, Charlie 1, Hotel 1, hold short runway 24.
So many. Taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Golf 13, Delta 3, Delta 4, Charlie 2, Charlie 1, Hotel 1. Hold short runway 24 Clumsy 168. Now let's review that. They say Golf 13. So we turn right here on Golf 13. We turn left on Delta 3. We move straight to Delta 4. We turn left to Charlie 2 over here. And then we turn right on Hotel 1. Okay, good. That's more or less straightforward. Okay, so we turn right on G13 and then turn left and we go straight, turn left. Okay, let's see if I get lost or something. Good. Release the parking brake. Elapsed timer start. There you go. Brakes check. Brakes are working. Flight controls are checked. If you look at the FMA, nav and climb annunciators are displayed. That's good. No red flags on the PFD. Actually, this is where the checklists start. You see, there's a blue font there, a blue text. That means you have to do it still. So it says auto brake max. So we have to enable auto brake to max, and that is removed from that view. Cabin says we have to check it. That's just a notification to the cabin. So we click this either forward or aft call, and I guess that's sounding the tun tun near the in either the forward or cab, forward or aft cabin, and then we set takeoff config here, and we are good. No more blue text. No blue text is good in this plane. Alright, let's get moving. It said turn right on G13. This should be G13. Let me just double check. Taxi has good fare rates. It's an Uber or a Grab. It is G13. Okay, we turn right here. I'm the pilot, I tell you. You know what? I even forgot the topic already. Remind me, and I can try. I can think of some fancy names. Whoa, look at this guy. Overtaking for the win. Okay, you go first. The thing I noticed though, the ground handling I don't like so much. Or maybe I just have super high standards. Or maybe this is really how the Airbus goes. Have you ever taxied a plane, Jay? Because it feels so light. And I'm not sure if that's just how nimble an Airbus is. But the 737 feels very heavy and I love it. It feels like a proper airliner. This one feels like a Cessna sometimes because of how light it is. And I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. That guy's in a hurry. The FPS plugin, we are running it. Yeah, over there. It's just hiding automatically. So how does it taxi compared to the 737? Do they both feel a bit heavy? Because this really feels super light and I'm not sure if it's accurate or just a wrong modeling somewhere. Where's that guy going? Aha! Sneaky FPS tool. Straight onto Delta 4. Okay. That guy might be taking off from the taxiway. Straight onto Delta 4 and left on Charlie 2. We slow down here. A320 is a bit easier to taxi in a way compared to 737. Maybe it is accurate. I'm not sure if it's this light. It's super light. Really, really light. Okay, we have to turn left here on the next junction. Here is where we go. 737 is mechanically operated. It's a lot. It has more moving parts. Ah, I see. Is it also true that the more moving parts there are, the more likely it is to... Then the more things can go wrong? Is that the same in planes? Because in other aspects, it's quite true. Although here, it's more computerized, so I don't know. Yeah, light because no mechanically operated parts. Almost all of them are wire operated. Very different philosophy, huh? And I guess any sensation you get is, how do you say, simulated. This guy is super slow. You might be able to overtake him. And why is he over there, taxiing over on that side? It's a bit offset. Look at this slope on the taxiway. They didn't bother to level it. We have to get a bit more thrust in here, I think. Hotel 1, right? So we just go straight until the end there. In a simulator's case, double computer operated. That's true, that's true. Simulationception. I think that pilot is drunk. He is all over the place. Where the heck is he going? Okay, let's wait for him. What is the ground separation here? Am I too close? The required ground separation. I think I'm okay there. Slow down a bit. Give him some space. Sim within a sim within a sim. Yeah, exactly. Simception. Too bad I don't have rudder pedals. It would be nice to brake more gradually instead of using a button. Okay, he is taking off.
Contact tower on 118.4. Enjoy your morning.
118.4, Clumsy 168. Good morning. Look at that guy. I'm just going to tune there here automatically. 118.4, you can see the frequencies changing automatically. I'm using them via the app. Right. Let me have a look. Auto brake, cabin ready. Yes. Anti-ice, I don't think we need that. Right. Okay. Let's wait for these guys to stop talking. Tower, good morning. Clumsy 168, ready for departure.
Clumsy 168, line up and wait. Runway 24.
Line up and wait, runway 24, Clumsy 168. Because there is a plane, Korean Air. Actually, he's taken off already. Yeah. Looking good. Weather radar, let's enable that. Weather radar is over here. There you go. 1 or 2, I guess that's a redundancy maybe. Runway turn off lights. Shouldn't we have turned that on a while ago? Landing lights. There you go. ETC TCAS on. I did enable that already. But I think the ARA is also needed here. Is that normal? Why is there rods there? Line up and wait, it says runway 24. So you see, you don't even set any heading, everything is automatic. It's so cool. Offers a red pill and a blue pill. Choice is yours.
168, winds are 261 at 10 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 24.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, Clumsy 168. 261 at 10 knots. It's a bit crosswind. No, not really. Should be fine. Good. Let's start the chrono. That's the other timer. So there's a timer there on the right. Took us 10 minutes to taxi. And there's a timer here, which is the actual flight. Right? And this is also the different thing. There is no... It's not called auto throttle. It's called auto thrust, I think. And it doesn't move on its own. How it works is you have detents. So we can move the throttle here manually, but when we reach certain parts here, there will be detents and it will reflect accordingly. Like if we need to automate the thrust, we need to put it at a certain detent so the flight system can handle the thrust for us. Something along those lines. And it will reflect on the side here on the upper left. It's quite interesting. I'll answer you in a bit, Ubernator. Let's just take off here. I prefer the... Wait. I only have the hat. But I'll share more details as we fly. Okay, looking good? Alright. So, remove the parking brake. Maybe hold the brakes a little. Set thrust to 50% before we go full. Similar concept, 50%, there we go. Maintain runway heading, little bit of aileron deflection. Why do I have the parking brakes still on? There we go. Alright, and now I set it to detent for flex. You should hear something. There we go. You see that in the upper left of the primary flight display? It says flex 61. So that's the flex temp we chose. 61 degrees. Now let me just try to stay in the center line here. You see the V speeds as well on the speed tape. V1. Rotate. And we are airborne. Positive rate. Landing gear up. I think I pressed the wrong button. One sec. Let's take a photo before I crash. I think I retracted the flaps wrongly. That is super sharp. Actually, that's too steep, I think. But let's follow the flight director. Let's see if we can make that work. See? Airbus 321. That guy's the real deal. Cool stuff. Yeah, I don't have Clip Pro. They say it's flimsy, but some people said it's not bad. Has anyone tried it here? Right. Let's go and set autopilot. There we go. How's our speed? Speed is climbing. There we go. And now you can see the thing here blinking. So we should change the, is that lever climb? So instead of on flex here, we should put it on climb like so. And that's the setting for the thrust. There, now it's good. And after we reach that S speed on the speed tape, that's when we can retract the flaps. Supposedly. So we do that, we reach the S speed. Now we can retract flaps. There you go. Looks quite different from the 737. Looks a bit more compact in a way. Not bad, not bad. Alright, looking good. Now we can disarm the ground spoilers. Don't need them anymore. And then we wait at 10,000 feet, we turn off our lights. You've had yours for years. The mechanism for the clip is worn out but still works. Plan on 3D printing one with a battery holder because the wire is getting annoying. Ooh, cool. Yeah, I've seen that. I think, who was it? I think Driver Stein did that. He connected the thing to the... there's like a battery pack attached to his headset, so it became cordless, wireless. Interesting. What does this do? Climb phase. Progress. We can look at report. So you can see top of descent is in 500 miles. Pretty close. Pretty close. Set the legs page. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe let's set the flight plan on that side. Similar to how it is in the 737. So I'm not sure why Tower is not contacting us. If we should switch automatically to departure, if they tell us. I'm not quite sure on that when it happens. But they did assign us a departure frequency, but they haven't told us to switch yet. So I'm guessing we have to wait for their call. And just like that, we are above clouds already. Beautiful. It was a Duracell battery pack with a switch. The LEDs only need power to light up. Ah, I see. So that probably lasts very long, huh? Nice. Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. We actually should have traffic as well. Not sure why they're not showing. Let me try to zoom out. Not sure if I set that. Let's see. TCAS auto or on. I think this is the one. Auto or on. I set it to on because I think auto only makes the planes appear on the radar if they're close enough. If there's any possible risk, I'm not so sure.
Clumsy 168, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Clumsy 168. And you see the thing blinking here? That's because we need to switch to standard already. That's the way it warns you that something is... That's the way it catches your attention. Very nice. And yeah, of course I forgot about the lights again. There you go. Looking good. So if you look at the ND, it's also quite different. You see that blue line there. That's the position where we will reach the intended flight level we set in the... It's not even called FCP here, MCP here. It's called FDU, Flight Director Unit. I don't know. Not familiar with Airbus terminologies. You let me know, okay? This entire panel here. So it's quite interesting as well. You can actually pull or push these knobs, and I'm not quite sure when do you do which one. Like you see here, this icon has one dot. Sometimes it has two dots. One dot is push, two dots are pull. But I'm actually not so sure when each one is needed. It's a bit of a question mark for me. Also, what's cool about this, you can see that we actually have a VOR also set up. VOR 1 and 2 set to Cabanatuan. Is that Cabanatuan really? Let me actually load that. Maybe I'm saying it wrong all this time and I didn't notice. Our departure Cabanatuan. Yeah, it is Cabanatuan. Okay, Cabanatuan 1 Bravo. So if you look here, there's actually the Cabanatuan VOR there, 112.7, but see, we didn't set that up. But it's pretty automatic. I think it's when we set up the SID, when we set up the waypoints, it automatically changes. So if you go to radio, you see Cabanatuan has been tuned automatically. That is super cool. Even the course, I'm not sure if the course has been set. No, the course probably has not been set. Maybe that's something we need to tune in manually. So we went from Cabanatuan here. So that's 010. Man, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Let's set 010 here in the course. Maybe that's the only manual thing that you need to do. Even the ILS, I think, is going to be automatically tuned, but we'll have to double check later. There we go. There we go. Quite interesting, the differences. Aside from the visuals, the systems can be quite different as well. Also, something I learned by reading the manual, I've always wondered why they always say turn on the weather systems.
Climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300, Clumsy 168. Change that, 300. I've always wondered why they say only enable the weather radar when you're approaching the runway and not when you're anywhere near the gates. And I was wondering, why? Are there like bright lights that appear because of the weather radar? And the manual actually says it's mainly because of the radiation. There's actually a bit of radiation, maybe, I don't know, somewhat like similar to an X-ray. So the weather radar actually produces a bit of radiation which might be harmful to people around close to you. So you enable it only when you're about to take off, when you're about to reach the runway, and when you turn it off when you're approaching the gates. That's how I read it. Tested the mead. Tested half a bottle. I think it's effective, huh? If that has that effect. Have a good night, Jack. Thanks a lot for being here. What does the ETA say on the lower right? How long do we have? It's probably going to take a while more, and I'm not sure how we can go with that. So what's cool about this, so remember we are not so fresh when it comes to crashes. And what I mean by that is we've had our fair share of crashes in X-Plane. It's fairly stable, but it's not perfect. Yeah. The amazing thing about this is you can actually look at the position. It's actually auto-saving every 5 minutes your position. So if ever it crashes, you can actually load it the next time you go back to the sim. And that's just super cool. You can continue from there. Now granted, FS Economy, the flight probably won't work, but still. There are also other options like, where was it? There's the jump to next waypoint, quick align. Jump to next waypoint can be useful. I guess it won't be compatible with FS Economy either. But you can jump to the next waypoint or jump like 100 miles forward just to make the ride a bit faster. Yeah, so we can try that as well. And this is what I was talking about, the temperature, 22 degrees. So I guess we can tone down the packs a little. That to normal. I'm actually not sure if the temperature here changes, because I never see them change. They've always been 22. But then again, I haven't been flying so much this plane yet, so maybe that's something else. Like even the standby altimeter here is automatically changing. Everything is automatic. Goodness, it's scary in a way. 0128. Oh, that's not too bad. Have a look. We have traffic. We do have traffic on the left side, but it's not showing here for some reason. Let me try to switch this to auto. Maybe that will work. One sec. That way. You can see the VOR changing there. Yeah, look at the VOR automatically changing. VOR 1 changed to Sierra Alpha November. Where's that going? Let me see. That's probably the end here. Yeah. So we don't need that anymore. If you go to the chart, look at our log. After Cabanatuan, we go to San Fernando. 114.5. Oh man, goodness. And the track is 335. Yeah, 335. Okay. 335. But it doesn't seem like that's being considered anyway. Like it's automatically moving, facing the right direction there. So I'm not sure if I even need to change it. Interesting. Oh, there's a plane right there.
Clumsy 168 climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Clumsy 168. That quick. Very useful. It even has the different step there, either increasing or decreasing by 100 or 1,000 feet per click on the knob, which is very handy. It looks like a small thing, but it's actually very handy when you're fiddling with all these controls at the same time. So this level of automation is really something very impressive. Where the heck are my planes? Can't see them in the TCAS. Let me enable the TCAS here. Should be on. That should work. Am I missing something? TARA? No, that's good. Yeah, that should be okay. Alright, let's leave that there. Whoa.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 355.
Looking, Clumsy 168. You guys see anything? That looks good from afar there. But I think we'll have to enable anti-ice. I'm not sure if anti-ice is also automatic, but I can enable them manually, so let's stay on the safe side there. And it also says there engine anti-ice. So yeah, we will be going through some clouds here, way above. How's our fuel? If we look at our init, actually I can just click on it, huh? I can just click on this and we should see something like so. It's going to be pretty handy. Oh man, those look so cool. Those mountains look so good. If I move that, why can I not click it? That's strange. Okay, it's moving, it's working. Oh, beautiful as you go through the clouds. I'm trying to look for the timing. Maybe it's progress. It's not really working that way. Well, let's see. Oh, beautiful. Now we're crossing all the highest clouds. The MCDU can be one very complicated beast. Countering some winds here. But yeah, the sounds are not as good as like in the 737. Oh, there we go. Now we get something on the TCAS. Nice. Should be around 10,000 feet above us, I think. 3 o'clock, yeah, that guy. Either there or there. We'll see him later. Oh, we have someone in front of us as well. Descending. There he is. Well, there's where his contrails are. Not sure where he is exactly. Now there are 2 of them in front. What the heck is happening? Are these planes ninjaing me? There's the plane, I think. No, just smoke. Where the heck are these guys coming from? Goodness. Can be used with a mobile recharging battery pack. Ah. How long do you think that will last? That's interesting. Let's go for some plane spotting here. There it is, finally seeing something. Nice. Good. Oh, actually, I forgot something. Someone might need to pee. I forgot to turn off the seatbelt signs. My bad. Cabin temperature is still 22 everywhere. Yeah, I think that's good. Would entirely depend on the capacity of the battery pack. Ah, I see, I see. I guess it wouldn't be significant, huh? LEDs draw very little power. Should last quite a while. Oh, there's an airport there. Is that Lawag? Let's have a look. I should be able to show the airports. Romeo Papa Uniform Sierra. That looks like it. Actually, the sounds are not bad. I was thinking they were not that good, but I increased the volume a bit and now it actually sounds pretty good. Also, I downloaded the mod for the contrails to make them less gray, less thick. I think that's more like it. Oh, that's beautiful. We still need anti-ice. I don't think we're passing through any of the clouds anymore. Yeah, I think we can turn it off. Cool. Right, so let's fiddle around with this. So how do I check when I'll be arriving? Fuel prediction. Fuel prediction says estimated fuel on board 4.1. And at the alternate it's 0. Maybe it's because I didn't set, I have a discontinuity maybe somewhere. That could be it. Extra time 1.8. So we have 51 minutes of extra flight time. I think that's how you read that. You can also set a secondary flight plan. I think normally they set that up for going back to the airport in case an engine gives out or something. Going back to the airport where they came from. Optimal 361, we are flying at flight level 360. I'm not sure what this update at is. GPS primary accuracy is high. Report says top of descent 383 miles. Cool. Overhead Cabanatuan to San Fernando. How far away are we? We have someone coming pretty close to us. Well, 20 miles away, not super close, but same level. There's the guy. There he is. Disappearing through the clouds. Yesterday I was walking outside and I came across this beautiful plane just right after takeoff from the airport, and it was climbing the, I'm not sure which one that was. It was climbing a specific departure for sure, and it was just so cool seeing an actual plane fly it and me doing it in the sim a couple of days ago. Let me turn off the track IR so I can fiddle around. So they're actually not. They actually haven't told me to change frequencies, which is interesting. Until now, I'm still at tower frequency. What the heck is that all about? Maybe I have to change it up. Let me see if there's like a request to change frequency. Request. Let me see. Leave frequency. No. Let's see. Frequency change. Request frequency change to center. Okay. Clumsy 168 request frequency change to center.
Clumsy 168 contact Manila Center on 119.3. Have a good morning.
Center on 119.3, Clumsy 168. Okay, let's switch that up. There you go. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
The frame rate is not super good though. 22 FPS, but that has a lot to do with not the plane itself, but with the AI planes I have, I think. Have a look here. Cruise Mach. Actually quite slow. Only at 0.74, 0.75 Mach. I wonder why. Well, I guess it's pretty accurate to the flight plan. Planned ground speed is 451, we're at 456. It's actually pretty close, and we have a huge tailwind here. 30 knots of tailwind up top. That's nice. What we can do is, even though the top of descent is quite a ways off, we can already set it up. The winds at least. We can move the descent like so. So if you go to the flight plan, actually, even the airport maybe. Let's scroll. There you go, top of descent. We can change the view so we see the winds, and then we can click on anywhere in the descent, go to wind data, that's the descent wind, and then we can apply the changes here. 333 at 7 knots, flight level 350, 308 degrees at 6 knots, 310. 235.18. Look at that, it's actually stronger winds below. Quite interesting. Does that really happen? I usually see that in Asia, and I'm not sure if that's just sim brief or that's really how it is. 234, 23 knots, flight level 150. Alex is hunting. Double click the roast of it icon. How's hunting, by the way, Alex? Have you been hunting recently, or have you been spending time in ATS thanks to that beautiful looking truck? 100. There you go, that should be good. Good enough data. Alternate wind? Nah, that's just... don't need that. Haven't been hunting lately, waiting for true rack smooths. What's a true rack again? The undefinable term.
Traffic.
What?
Traffic.
Where?
Traffic.
Past us. On the left? I didn't see it. What the heck is the air traffic control doing? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's super close. Goodness, look at that. OMG. Probably was even someone closer.
You have traffic at 12 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 355.
Let's follow that.
Clear of conflict.
Okay, let's bring back the autopilot.
Clumsy 168 descend and maintain flight level 360.
Descend and maintain flight level 360.
Aircraft calling center, stay again with your call sign.
Descend and maintain flight level 360, Clumsy 168. That's actually good. There's actually a TCAS maneuver embedded in here. I've never gotten that before, not even with the 737. I get the traffic warning, but I didn't get that climb or descend notice. That's actually pretty cool, and you saw the highlight here. I didn't even notice it so much, because in the 737, if there's a TCAS conflict, there's like a trapezoid here, or not sure what the shape is. It will tell you to either descend or climb, so just basically avoid the red area. I didn't quite notice it here in the Airbus, but it seemed like there was something on the red side here on the right. So maybe that's what I needed to avoid. Did you guys notice anything? Maybe we'll encounter something later again. Traffic. So that's pretty cool, right? That's one of the amazing things about having AI planes and having pilot to ATC. Although, to be fair, the air traffic controller is not doing a very good job if that happens. But that's a pretty good test of the airplane systems. Well, TrueRack is... Oh, look, a word. Oh, look, traffic. Even here, TrueRack is making a change. What the heck? Look at that. There's one more. Yeah, I think the AI planes are on a direct course to us. There's the guy. Okay, this time he's far. Good. Let's go to 40 miles here actually, so get a better feel of the traffic. I must have enabled SIP's air traffic mod. I think so. Yeah, the thing with this is I have 5 AI planes, and what they actually do is when they always spawn near you. So like when they pass you at a certain distance, they disappear, and then they appear again somewhere random beside you, so that you always feel like you have traffic, which is a very nice simulation. Never feel alone. But yeah, it can be quite dangerous sometimes when you don't have air traffic control synchronized. There's one guy. Pretty cool, huh? Contrails and everything. Although the contrails are super gray, I'm used to them being white instead of gray. But I think it depends on the lighting and certain other factors. I've read a lot of discussions about that, and there have been people who have been sharing the some videos that they can actually be gray. Anyway, let's go and look around. Let's go and step out here, have a look around in the cabin. I don't think you can open this, not like in the 737. Voila, no one home. Super scary. I do love the model though. The model looks very high quality. Doesn't look cheap. Then you have the windows set. Wing shot, anyone? Wing seat? Oh, that is beautiful, isn't it? Actually, see some contrails there. Wow, that's super close to us. That's scary. And you can actually hear the engine from here. Or is that the air conditioning maybe? Maybe that's the air conditioning pack. No, that's probably the engine. No TV. Boo! And then you only have one emergency exit door. I think the A320 has 2. I'm not sure if other variants of the A319 also has that. 2 emergency exit doors in the middle. Why am I traveling super slow? What's our ETA, guys? I'm looking at the distance. We're not even halfway there. I think we have to adjust it a bit, make it a bit faster, huh? Yeah, because by now I would expect that we should be starting our descent. Toilet, lavatory, not too shabby. Feels a bit sad though with no one on board. Wispy! How was the stream? How are you, man? Distance 443 miles. Yeah, let's go a bit faster here. Wrong account, 1 sec. Sure thing. I think that red button there disables the autopilot. I haven't tried it, but I might try it later. Because normally I would press that one. Also, I'm not familiar with when you enable AP2. Because normally in the 737 you only enable that when you are actually near, when you're doing auto land. But I've seen in the tutorials they actually enable it. But I'm not sure if that's a requirement, even if you're not going to auto land. We'll see. We'll try to feel it out. Also, it seems like they do not disable auto thrust. They just keep the thrust like that all the way until they land. And when they're like 30 feet above ground, they set it to idle. At least that's how it looked like. We'll see if that works. Because initially, I tried, like in the 737, disabling autopilot, disabling auto thrust when I'm landing, and the systems were just screaming at me, all red and yellow text, and I couldn't remove them. Like, you should never disable auto thrust. That's how it appeared to me. Who is this Rohan stranger? Stream went well, nice. What are we streaming? Let's go faster here. Four times would be nice. Let's see if the program changes with that kind of speed. Where was it? Progress. Top of descent 271 miles. The new K100E. Oh, nice. I still want to try that out. I still haven't been able to. Are you guys on vacation? Is it summer? It should be summer, right? I love the look of those clouds. Yeah, 4 times is just the right level of speed, I guess. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi so we can chat or lurk away. Either way, more than welcome. Otherwise you wouldn't be streaming. Makes sense, makes sense. Why is there a single dot of contrail there? Looks scary. I'm wondering if I can go faster. Maybe we should. Maybe I should go a bit faster. Just close your eyes if traffic comes, okay? Because I will not have enough time to maneuver anymore if we make this fast.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 325.
Looking, Clumsy 168. That looks so cool. Looks like a time lapse, huh? Yeah, frame rate isn't bad. 30 frames at this speed. It's not bad at all.
You have traffic at 12 o'clock 1 mile at flight level 310.
1 mile? Goodness.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 10 miles
There's the guy.
at flight level 325.
Traffic. No, didn't have enough time to complain. The computer is so confused now. What the heck is happening? They actually respond to the tower. Yes, I have an air traffic control AI. Yeah, and that has voice recognition and stuff like that. Super cool. I am running Active Sky XP for the clouds generation, for the weather generation. And I have Vivid Sky plugin, which modifies the Lua, the scripts, the lighting, and the sky textures. Yeah, and it's free, Vivid Sky. You can check it out in the mods list. I'm also using the clouds from there. Yeah, definitely. It's quite pricey. It's almost as or even more expensive than X-Plane itself, but it's so good. The air traffic control aspect of it. It's just so immersive. Now I think this is where it can be a bit dangerous. Let's slow down here when we make this turn. Actually, let me just test it. If I go get ground speed up, will it be able to adjust properly? Yeah, look at that. We're overshooting the green line. But it's actually doing a pretty good job. Normally, all the other planes I use, when I go that much ground speed, if I accelerate the speed, they lose track of the intended path. Oh, there's actually a cockpit door button here. Oh, maybe that works. Unlock arm lock. Oh no, that's not. It's not.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 345.
Welcome to the world of flight simulation. Well, everything is paid. Well, almost. It's a very, very expensive hobby, as I'm starting to realize. Traffic in sight, Clumsy.
Aircraft calling center, stay again with your call sign.
Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, contact Hong Kong Center on 125.8 today.
Center on 125.8, Clumsy 168. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Okay, I think we can speed it up here again. Interesting. Let me have a look at the ILS. Radio 109.9. That looks to have been automatic. Let's double check. So if I go to airports, open Victor Hotel, that's Hong Kong. See, I don't even need to set the landing altitude anymore, it's automatic. Hey! Thanks a lot, Ubernator. Appreciate that. Goodness, that came out of nowhere. Welcome to the community. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You built a new gaming PC to run X-Plane and other games. Nice. GG, man. Yeah, it means a lot. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Totally caught me off guard. Appreciate it. And thank you for the follow. I think you were with us a while ago, right? So thank you for following. And feel free to get back in the chat. So we are going on the... We will be joining the Betty 2 Bravo approach. Arrival, rather. Betty 2 Bravo. And then we will be doing the ILS 25 left approach. Betty 2 Bravo, that's the one. Starting at Baker. Is that right? Let's see. Pop that up. Betty. Should be Betty. That's Betty, okay, yeah. That looks good. And then the approach is saying 108.9 is the frequency. Approach course is 254. 108.9, that's actually different. Let me see. 108.9, runway 25 left. Did I to the right? Yeah, runway 25 left, that's right. Runway 25 left. So should be correct. Let me change that. 108.9. Thank you for following us, L Ubernator. Low latency feature from Twitch. Oh yeah, helps a lot, huh? The only latency now is me looking in the screen. It's a work in progress. ILS 108.9. Approach course 254. Let's go with that. And the name is India Foxtrot Lima. Okay, that's good. It's actually 254. Yeah. The session height is, well, referred to minimums. What do you mean refer to minimums? Maybe it's listed here below. There you go. Straight in landing runway 25 left. What is the difference? Missed approach climb gradient minimum 4%. So if you can do a missed approach climb of 4% degrees climb, I guess, then you can get a lower decision height. Let's say 200. Let's set that up. Where do you set that up again? I think that's in performance. Is it here? Descent. Yeah, that's the one. 200 decision height. Wind. Let me have a look. Victor. I might be doing this a bit too early, but just so I won't forget. 200 at 11 knots. Temperature is 28 degrees. QNH is 1003.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 11 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 350.
Quiet. 29.62. One sec. I'll get back to that guy. Thunderstorms. I don't like the sound of that. What did he say? 11 o'clock? Traffic inside Clumsy 168. Don't understand anything on the tablet. Yeah, it takes some getting used to understand. Enjoy, Ubernator. Thanks again for the sub. Is there another one headed straight at us? Oh goodness.
Traffic.
Oh my goodness, here we go again.
Traffic.
Reduce range.
Traffic.
I have my hand ready at the autopilot.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Okay, clear of conflict. Really? Where did he go? No, he's there.
Climb.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Climb.
Climb, it says.
Climb.
There we go.
Traffic.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 12 o'clock, 1 mile at flight level 350.
Traffic.
You think?
Traffic.
Clumsy 168, expedite descent to flight level 360.
Expedite descent to flight level 360. Clumsy 168. Let's bring back the autopilot. So it does work. That button does work for disabling the autopilot. Blow your horn at that guy.
Clumsy 168, descend and maintain flight level 360.
Descend and maintain flight level 360.
Aircraft calling center, say again with your call sign.
Descend and maintain flight level 360, Clumsy 168. And I think we press that. Does that work? Now, this is where I get confused. I'm not sure when to push or to pull the knob. I'm sure I have to do it to initiate the descent or the climb. But I don't know. Just let it go. Right, let's get back here. I think I have that set. Next phase. Go around, no.
Clumsy 168, you are off course. Turn right heading 325 to return to course.
What is this guy saying? Say again, Clumsy 168. Say again, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, you are off course. Turn right heading 325 to return to course. Clumsy 168, resume navigation.
Okay, they're good now. Resume navigation, Clumsy 168. I think they get confused with the turning. Sometimes they feel like we are off course. Yeah, the good thing about that is with avoidance, it's there's a standard procedure for avoiding other planes. Like there's a TCAS, there is the system which helps you see and warns you that there is something approaching. And in the actual avoidance, it will guide you how much you should have to climb or descend. And it's just always either climbing or descending. It's not turn left, turn right. They remove that. It just sets it up that one plane climbs and one plane descends, and that will be free already. So that removes one axis altogether. Just makes it as simple as possible, because it is panicky if you introduce so many aspects to it. So it's quite interesting how they think of these things, all with the brain, the limitation of the human mind. It's quite nice. The thing is very cool, definitely. Yeah, decelerate. What does that do? I guess that's armed. So we are decelerating very soon, I guess, because we are actually... we should be descending already. Yes, we should be descending already. But in air traffic control, it's not guiding us yet.
Clumsy 168, expect the VET Y2 Bravo arrival with the Betty transition for the ILS approach to runway 25
There we
left
go.
with the TD2 transition at Hong Kong International after Sunny cleared direct Betty.
Ooh. Expect the Betty 2 Bravo arrival with the Betty transition for the ILS approach to runway 25 left with the Tango Delta 2 transition after Sunny clear direct Betty, Clumsy 168.
168, information not available for information not available for.
What the heck is he saying? Maybe we can request descent already. Center, Clumsy 168, request descent. Clumsy 168, request descent. I don't think that gets it. Let me see what the command is. Request en route descent. Oh yeah. Clumsy 168 requesting en route descent. Oh my goodness, not working. Clumsy 168 requesting en route descent.
Clumsy 168 at pilot discretion, descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
There we go. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, Clumsy 168. Now this is the question, do we push or do we pull? I would push. Does that work? Does that mean we're in descent now? There we go, we're now in descent. Nice. Oh my goodness, that doesn't look good. Very bad weather in Hong Kong. Maybe not the best time to do this. Maybe I should plan my alternate, huh? Maybe I should start looking at the alternate. Let's just remove the discontinuity there. Clear discontinuity. So just fly direct to there. Yes. Perfect. So if I look at... I'm still quite confused with what to see here. Yeah. Progress report. Yeah, this one I'm not sure how you know what your approach, what your flap settings should be. Go around. Let's see. Oh goodness, that looks very bad. Well, there are no red stuff, but I don't think I want to go through there. What do you guys think? Shoo! Yeah. Very bad weather because that's where the airport is. And the alternate is in there. Let's have a look at the alternate. ZGKL, Zulu Golf Kilo Lima. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. We are starting our descent already. Actually, it's super smooth. I don't even notice it. And you can look at there are magenta lines there. I think that's the acceptable speed that you can be at based on what the flight, the MCDU has set up. I would like you to go through, please. For science, our first flight with the Airbus, and we do that. Might not be a good choice. We can try to feel it out. Don't do this at home. Is that what we're saying? Hey, flyover. Thanks for joining. TCAS will tell each plane either to climb or descend. That's the one. Yes, exactly. Hong Kong. Yes, I watched the movie Sully. Such a good movie. And sounded super accurate as well. Like everything they were saying sounded like from real pilots. They really researched it well. Do not forget to turn on LS button under pressure now to be able to see ILS situation and ND. The landing scales. Thank you for the reminder. Yes. I hope I don't forget. He did. Yeah. Super cool. Temperature -12 outside. True air temperature. 8,000 feet cleared. One sec, let me see here. How's our arrival looking like? Where are we? There, okay. So we start in Betty. Tonglong. Flight level 130 at 280 knots. Let's see if that's reflected. Why is it lagging so bad? Yeah, that's working. There are also some like magenta and orange colors. I'm not so familiar yet what they do. It's probably telling me something. Maybe that's a hard requirement or something. No clue. Or it tells if it's above or below. Because I don't see A or B in the MCDU. Not like in the 737. We're fine there. Let's have a look. Transition altitude is transition level is flight level 110 or 120. Hectopascals or above. 979. Well, what is the weather here? That's a good question. I guess 110. We'll see later. 2962 is the altimeter, so it's probably flight level 120 is the transition altitude. Okay, so we're going through here, guys. This does not bode well. First landing with the plane. Well, we can simulate. We can see how accurate it is with the physics. Goodness. The mule. Oh, I haven't tried that one. Who is the? What's it about? Alex and Jack are recommending me different things. I think they are recommending to me, what's that called? Wings? Let's go and fiddle with the FMC, or MacDo as they call it here. Performance. Let's have a look at the stuff. Approach. That's all set already. I think we're good there. VAP 138. Yeah, this one I'm not sure, but I think we are set to flaps full right now. Approach speed is 138. Landing speed is 133 knots. That should be fine. 2962. I think we're good there. Go around, flaps retract, slash retract 180208. Okay. Alright. Check the progress here. Fuel prediction. There we go. We have fuel prediction on both sides as well. Nice. 4.7, 3.8. I have a bad feeling about this.
Clumsy 168 descent via the BET Y2B arrival with the Betty transition to 8,000 feet altimeter 2962 at Hong Kong International.
Descend via the Betty 2 Bravo arrival with the Betty transition to 8,000 feet altimeter 2962. Clumsy 168. 2962. Okay. Is that something we can set now? Doesn't seem like it. I think we do that later. That's a bit... yeah, that's something I like on the 737. You can set the altimeter already, even if you're still in standard, so you can have a standby, so just click it later. Drug delivery driver. Airplane. Was it airplane? Oh, that might be. Yeah. Those magenta asterisks on MacDo means speed at or above or below depend on color. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Because if we look, this says we should be at flight level 130. Yeah. 130 and 275 knots. So the purple one is exactly there, I think. Exactly on that level. Oh goodness, here we go. Here we go. If this doesn't work out, I blame you guys, okay? Turn on anti-ice here. Oh, that looks bad. Look at that. Well, there's no red, so maybe it's not that bad. Icing is on? Icing is on now. For the wings at least. For the engine at least. For the wings, I think it only enables them when you get visible icing on the windshield. But I'm not sure if this plane has that modeled in. So we will see. Also, temperature is not too cold anymore, 8 degrees Celsius. Oh, there we go. Now we're on the clouds. You know what? I'm scared. Let me also enable it. Just to be on the safe side. No red is good. Yes, no red is good. Yeah, there's the rain.
Clumsy 168 altimeter 2962 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 25 left with the TD2 transition at Hong Kong International contact approach on 119.1. Good morning.
Haba. That's so long.
Aircraft calling center, say again with your call sign.
Altimeter 2962 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 25 left with TD2 transition approach on 119.1. Clumsy 168. Switch to the approach. Altimeter 2962. Okay. And we are cleared, so we can switch already. There we go. Approach Clumsy 168 inbound for ILS 25 left.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Not sure if that's what you really should say.
180 knots or less. Clumsy 168 slow to 180 knots or less.
Wilco Clumsy 168. So how do I set that up? 180 knots or less. I think what I can do is I can just manually set it like so. Cannot change it. There's something. Speed map, no. Maybe I can pull it. There we go. That's the override, looks like. 180 knots. Now we're slowing down.
168 slow to 180 knots or less.
Wilco, Clumsy 168. And then I can set 180 knots at 4,500 feet here on the next waypoint. Is that something I can do? No. 250, 10,000. I see it now. Okay, no. Should be 180, so that's how you set this up. Okay, I get it. Return. Okay, that's perfect. Alright, good. Now, let me see. Why are we on the wrong altitude though? It says top of descent is there. Finding this very strange, guys.
Clumsy 168 slow to 180 knots or less.
I am at 180 now. No, not really. We'll go Clumsy 168. I think we need some speed brakes. Slow down. There we go. Why is the guy making me accelerate? Like the engines are revving even if we are not yet at 180 knots. I think it doesn't want to go below that. Why? Why? Am I missing something, guys? Pull your speed knob. Pull it. I pulled it. Yeah, it's there, but it's not following it.
168 slow to 180 knots or less.
She will scold me big time now. We'll go Clumsy 168. Oh yes, LS button, thank you. Thank you, that will be very useful. When you reach magenta circle with D, it should initiate approach phase and descend rapidly. Those ones. Interesting, okay. I see. But yeah, I don't get why it doesn't want me to go below that yellow line. Maybe I should initiate approach phase now. Maybe that will allow me to do that. Let's try it. Confirm. Didn't really change. What do I have? I don't have flaps, I don't have speed brakes. Open flaps full too early. Yeah, it's not making me go below 200 knots, which is... I don't get it. I don't get it. Terrain. I think we're good there. Easily lose speed. Start putting flaps out. That is a good idea. Let's go with flaps 1. There we go. That should allow us to go below 180. I think. Let's let the McDo handle the speed again. Now it should be at 180. Oh, it doesn't listen. Okay, I'll have to pull it again. 180, 180. There we go. Pit mining. Thanks a lot, Rohan. Have a good night, Scotsman. We don't need anti-ice anymore. There we go. Let's have a look at the airport. Whoa, it's getting very shaky. 25 left is here, so we probably will turn right. Okay, turn right when able. Good. Goodness, very bad weather here. So in terms of altitude, final approach fix is 4,500, or is it? No. There you go. Okay. The bits alert didn't appear. Yeah, minimum 10 bits. Blame Jay. Turn on manage speed with dot. Yeah, I agree. That one, right? ILS should be captured. There we go. That's the ILS. Not captured, but we see it. So it's correctly tuned in. Good. Let's go zoom in a bit. There we go. 10 miles from the runway. I'll go start setting up more. Yeah, minimum bit requirement. Computer will do speed for you. That's a relief. Oh, thick clouds here. There you go. There's Hong Kong. Quit being cheap. Did he turn on the lights? I forgot, huh? Always forget. There we go. Passenger signs. That's the seatbelt sign, I guess. Constraints. 180 knots, yes.
Arcadi estimate 6 down right and 190, descend range and port of it.
Block box 711 tutorials. I will do. That will help me a lot for sure.
Clumsy 168 slow to 160 knots or less.
Wilco, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 altimeter 2962 at Hong Kong International Contact Tower on 118.2. Have a good morning.
Altimeter 2962, tower on 118.2, Clumsy 168. Good morning. 1182, switch. Ah, this is where I should have said it. Tower, Clumsy 168, inbound for ILS 25 left at 8,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway call when established on final.
Continue to ILS to runway, will call when established on final, Clumsy 168. Flaps 2. Landing gear. Down.
Clumsy 168, slow to 160 knots or less.
Yeah. Wilco, Clumsy 168. Drink. I'll try to remember. Why is my guy not descending? Why is my guy climbing? What the heck is this guy doing? Go, descend. Flaps full. Come on. Get that glide slope ready. We are too high. Dang it, it's not descending. Look at that. Did I have to press it? Oh, maybe I did, huh? Dang it. Okay. Fine. Okay, there we go. Now we can follow it. Press the alt knob. Is that push or pull? I pushed it. Hopefully that's the right thing. That's the thing that's not too clear in the tutorial. When do you pull or push the knob? Very different concept from the 737. I guess one of them is similar to the altitude intervent, but I'm not sure which one. Alright. Goodness, I don't think we'll reach it. Guys, see the runway? I think we'll have to do a go around here. When you have dot next to it, and then it is managed. No dot, that is open or manual. Ah, okay. Pull for manual, push for managed. Ah, okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Yes, that helps me a lot. Now it makes sense. Okay, I think we can still do it. I think we can still capture it. I hope. Yeah, we are approaching 4,500. That's the target right there. I don't even know where it is. Just going to go below so much that there is no chance for us to hit any ceiling whatsoever or floor. 10 miles away. This should say 4,500 to 250. Yeah, let's go with that. Didn't even see the bits. I missed it totally, did I? Sorry about that. I'll catch you with you later. Oh, there it is. Aren't we a bit... We're still a bit high, it says. Won't need anything on the ND anymore. But the glide slope is not changing one bit.
2,500.
You know what? I'll go to minimums. 200. Just so the glide slope will get captured. There it is. It's moving. It's moving finally.
2,000.
Hurry up. There we go. Glide slope. Clumsy 168 established on the ILS 25 left.
Clumsy 168, winds are 213 at 12 north, clear to land runway.
Clear to land runway 25 left, Clumsy 168. Ah, finally. Missed altitude is... I don't see it. I don't see the directions. One three. Let's just put that up. Alright, here we go. First proper landing with the Airbus A319. Well, proper might be an exaggeration. Winds are 232 at 16, a bit to the left. 16 knots, quite significant there.
1,000.
No, I have the approach enabled actually already, so we should be good. Yeah, from here. Okay, let's do this manual. Hand on the throttle, but leaving it there. It's looking pretty good. Not too shabby. A bit high. A bit on the left. Spank to the right a bit.
500.
Here we go.
400.
Land. Yes. Glide slope. Oh crap.
300.
Totally
Glide
missing
slope.
glide slope.
Minimum.
Oh my bad.
200.
This is going to end
Glide
badly,
slope.
guys. Ah, okay, we can manage it. Just a bit weird landing. Crosswind hype.
Glide slope. 100.
Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad.
50. 40. 30. Reset. 20. 10. 5.
Reversers. Oh, that's as bad as it gets. My apologies. We didn't even set any auto brake, huh? Yeah, that's even a miss right there. The knots. Reversers up. Oh, that was so bad. Sorry, guys. Flaps up. Slow down. Let's go past this and stop right here. Not my best work for sure. Disaster! One sec, let's finish the flight. Get the money. There we go. Now we can do whatever we want. No gym after all the workout. Didn't even feel it. Oh my goodness, that was so bad. Yeah, should be a missed approach, but we don't have time. I only have 5 minutes left of the stream. Oh goodness, that was so bad. From here, we can either taxi or do a replay. So do you guys want to work with ATC for taxi? Or do you want the replay of the best landing ever? You want the taxi? Actually, Tower didn't tell us anything. They should have told us to clear. Tower Clumsy 168, clear of active.
Clumsy 168, welcome to Hong Kong International Contact Ground on 121.6. Enjoy your morning.
Ground on 121.6. Good morning, Clumsy 168. There you go. Ground Clumsy 168. Request taxi to the gate. Replay from outside. Okay.
Sierra 111 via taxiway Juliet, Hotel 6, Hotel 7.
Juliet. Taxi to gate Sierra 11 via taxiways Juliet, Hotel 6, Hotel 7. Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, taxi to gate Sierra 111.
Taxiways Juliet, Hotel Juliet, Hotel 6. Wow, this is complicated. Hotel. Did you see that? Hotel 6 is here. Okay, so Juliet, turn right here. Hotel 6. And then hotel is... hotel. Maybe just hotel. Hotel 7. There. Ah, that's where we're going. Okay. Let's just do the replay. That will take too long. Turn off TCAS before you taxi. Okay, let's do the replay and see the disaster that was. So let's stop pilot to ATC. We don't need that anymore. It was going so well. Well, not really, but it's doing not bad. By the way, this airport is by Todd as well. Custom airport by Todd. Looks very nice. Yeah, it was doing so well until here, and at this point I completely lost the glide slope. Either wind seemed to change or I just didn't do it that much. I didn't adjust enough. And then here I'm high. Oh goodness. Super high. From here we should have gone around, huh? But we are hotheads. It bounced a little. Nailed it. Perfect landing. Also the reversers are very different looking here. In the 737, this one kind of extends. Here it has some kind of those like flap-like things. Very interesting. It's not bad at all. Actually, yeah, it was not like a crash landing or anything like that, huh? Maybe just like a beginner landing. I'll take that. Turn off TCAS before I taxi. Thank you. Let's do that. Turn off weather radar as well. Don't want anybody getting sick. Turn off landing lights. And taxi lights only. That should be good enough. Alright. Let's go to taxi and see if the gates are working. Should be on this side. Even has some construction happening over there. It's super cool. It's been a while since I've been to Hong Kong. Man, has it been, I don't know, 10 years or so? I don't recall. It's definitely been a while. I don't think we need that anymore. Constraints. Not sure how you clean up here. But fine. Let's leave that there. Hotel 6. Yeah, just straight. Juliet, turn left on Hotel 6. Not there yet. I know I'm speeding, but just for the sake of time. Hotel 6. Okay. It's not these ones. It's the one after this, I think. Actually, no, this is Hotel 6 already. Yeah, this is Hotel 6. And why do we have these blinking lights here? Is that because we just went on the runway? So is that the hold line? I want to see if the gates move and meet us. The jet. Oh, can you believe it? I still don't remember what the name is of the darn thing. Jetstream, jetway, jetgate. At least I got the first word correctly, right? Jet something. Personally prefer Boeing, but with Airbus it's more relaxing flight because computer do almost everything for you, unlike Boeing. Yes, exactly my sentiments when I first flew this. So much automation happening, but it's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It depends on your preference. I guess for safety, for a real pilot it might be better, but for a flight simmer, little bit of manual flight is, I guess, sought after as well. Do you guys remember the gate? Sierra 33 or something? Oh, I closed it. Alright, let's just find an open gate here. Sierra 47, Sierra 33, 54, 45. Okay, should be somewhere there. I guess we should also start the APU. I'm not sure how the procedures work with this. 41, okay, that's close. .35. Why did it suddenly become 3.5? 3.3, that's the one. And someone is in our spot. Okay, maybe find another one. Flap open, yes. Start the APU. We can go here instead, maybe. Yeah, this one. Sierra 29. A little bit of miscoms. That should work. I think we're a bit too fast there. Wait a minute. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. That guy. A31. There it is. Says 14 meters. There, that's the speed I want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Does that work? TA only. Missed a bit because of the darn insect. What insect? There was an insect? Maybe like 3 years ago, but watching that makes me buy explain. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah. Maybe you can help me do better. Okay. Have him towed. Don't buy. Buy. Okay. APU is ready, is it? Actually, I'm not familiar how to shut down this plane. APU bleed is on. Do you have to click that? No, not really. APU bleed is on. Came out of nowhere. Wasn't able to kill it. Engine master. This one we turn off. And now that should have switched to the APU. Brakes hot. What should I do? Okay, the APU is powered on. Good. Nose light should be turned off. Runway turn lights off. Seatbelt signs off. Fuel pumps off. Elapsed time counter. Stop. Have to sleep in the room knowing that it's there. Oh yeah. Yes. That's scary. Nose wheel steering, anti-skid. Brakes hot. How do we cool it down? Okay, press it. Delay takeoff for cooling. Maybe it's cooling that down. Yeah, look at the brakes here. Well, we don't need me to take off, so I guess that's okay. If you look at the doors, how do we open the doors? It should be automatic, I think. Cut the fuel and that's it. On Airbus, brakes hot. You have brake fan switch next to landing gear knob. That's the one. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so that should be cooling down now. Now, why hasn't that moved? Am I not in the right spot? I should be. Didn't say anything there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I have to do something still. Turn off anti-collision lights maybe. Turn off the beacon. There we go, it's moving. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Come on, there you go. So yeah, the anti-collision lights are, the beacons are the trigger. Welcome to Hong Kong, can't get out of the plane. As we open the doors from the Mach 2. Okay, let's try it. It might be there. Let's see. Mach 2 menu. FMGC. No, not really. Let's consult the manual. And it's time. Dang it. Just a bit more. Okay, let's follow the manual. Should be... Yeah, look at all these screenshots. Super descriptive. Let's just go to the end here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Almost there. It's landing, I think. Or maybe not. Okay, this one. Yeah, there we go. Switch off fuel pumps. Transponder standby. Turn off radio. How do you open the doors? Oh, they're open already. It's automatic. Yeah, they're open already. It's able to detect it somehow. I'm not sure what the trigger was, but I guess it works. Cool. Switch off batteries. Select low brightness, switch off the lights and everything. Okay, yeah, we're good there. I think that's mostly it. Let's assume that we have still a turnaround or something. Automatic doors, yeah. So if I am shutting this down, I'll turn off the radio and everything else, right? It says. Just do it the other way around. Turn that off. Turn this off. And the packs are normal. How do you turn off the APU? Just turn off the master switch. And then I guess turn off the batteries. I guess that's it. There's still a bit of power, but I guess it's starting to drain now, supposedly. Right click. Right click doesn't work here. Right click is only for camera movements, I think. It's not shutting down. What's shutting down are my lights. No more batteries on the lights. Switch off external power. I don't get it. Oh, the ADRs we haven't turned off. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Also the brightness there. So what else? Hey Chili Willis. Hey Steve. ASMR flight simmer. But it says it's off already. Isn't it? Yeah, that's turning it on, right? I must have missed something. Thank you for joining, guys. Just in time for the end of the stream. There we go. I guess it was just draining out the rest of the remaining power. There we go. Cold and dark, somewhat. Tablet is still there, but that's fine. Phew. Well, that was one heck of a flight. We made it somehow. Not the best landing, but learned a lot. Thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Who needs him? Exactly. GG. Thank you, guys, and thank you for the new people. Yes. Thank you for joining. Last minute, but better late than never. Yeah, my wing is having a bit of me time there. Yeah, just trying to blend in. Wants to be a passenger. Hard landing, I don't like it. A firm landing, firm landing. Thanks a lot, Steve, for the follow. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks, Alex and Jay, for moderating, and Rohan, thank you for joining. And moderating as well, that's true. And thanks everyone for joining me on this fresh flight of the Airbus. Hopefully more soon. Thank you. Have a good night and catch you on Friday for some trucking. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I can stream, but I'll let you guys know if ever, okay? Thanks and bye-bye. Have a good night or good day.